And that brings us to highlighting some of our best performances of the weekend, guys who earned our game balls for Week 9. Shregs, kick us off.
How about Colt McCoy?
How
about Colt? We got LaShawn McCoy on the show.
He's my third cousin. He's my third cousin now.
Third cousin Colt McCoy.
Dad's side.
Your dad's
On my
dad?
dad's side.
Your dad's side.
Yeah.
So you grew up, okay, and he was in West Texas somehow there.
Yeah, right.
Colt McCoy gets the nod. Everyone thought, all right, Kyler's going to go. He's going to go. He's going to go. Colt McCoy took snaps with the ones all week long and was awesome yesterday. It was precise, and I loved having Mark Sanchez on the call because Mark Sanchez also was like, and this is not a backhanded compliment, a great backup quarterback, like great in the room, beloved by guys, and when called upon, could always deliver. And Colt McCoy, he did one of these last year. He went into Seattle for the Giants in the game. He did it countless times in other locations. Look, this is a guy who's played in front of, or behind Kirk Cousins, Robert Griffin III, Colin Kaepernick, Daniel Jones, Dwayne Haskins. Insert Kyler, and he goes in there, and they don't miss a beat. I mean, you have loved to Case Keenum 2 weeks ago when he came in on short notice to fill in for Baker and won a Thursday night game. I don't know if Colt McCoy has to win another game. He might not have to ever play again this season. That win alone was so huge. Colt McCoy, we see you to be ready and go when called available, especially with a team that's been ravaged with COVID. Staying out of that, he said in the pre-production meeting, and Mark Sanchez was telling it, he was like, I was in a separate room from my family just in case that I got this thing, because I wasn't going to let my team down. Love Colt McCoy's performance. Colt, we see you. Great stuff from the 34-year-old veteran.
No Kyler, no DeAndre. They also lose Chase Edmonds at the beginning of this game, and it was huge. Colt did his thing, but James Conner really did his thing. You think I'm trying to suck up to you, Nick Chubb? Now I'm saying another Pitt running back.
Now, Chase, he's from my hometown, Harrisburg.
Oh,
is that right? Gotta give a shout out.
Well, he was out, and it was the James Conner show, which I love to see.
We think alike.
Yeah, he racked up 173 total yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
The first time he's found the end zone 3 times in a single game in his entire career. I think it's pretty rare to score 3 touchdowns in a game. Guess how many times LaShawn McCoy did it in his career? 3. 3 different times.
Awesome.
LaShawn McCoy had 3 touchdowns in a game. But James Conner, this is about him.
That's right,
He's
he did
getting the game ball, and he was electric yesterday. He jump-started the whole offense. I think it's cool that he was kind of an afterthought as a free agent signing. We didn't really talk about it at the table. We didn't expect about Susan to be in a timeshare there with Chase Edmonds. He's not going to make a big impact. For him to make this big of an impact, and as Kyle alluded to, lead the entire league with touchdowns with 11, that's pretty cool.
JC.
Pitt running backs, there's just something about them.
It's unbelievably cool. No one saw that coming this year,
great.
unless maybe you want to talk about the guys in Arizona. Maybe they did. Let's get into it. My game ball goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars' Josh Allen. It's probably a huge pain in the ass to have the same name as an NFL star. I really mean it. Sometimes you name your kid and you just hope there's not another kid in their class with the same name. He's got another Josh A in his class. It's a huge annoyance, and he came out yesterday and said, enough of this. I'm tired of being the other Josh Allen. But he's far from the only person to ever have to do this. First of all, last night, David Long had an interception for the Titans. There's a David Long on the Rams. They didn't even talk about that last night. We have some great ones. Go to 2005. 2005, this one we remember very, very well. Who was in 2005? Roy Williams versus Roy Williams.
Wow.
And the basketball coach wasn't even out there on the field. Okay, so there was 3. 1997, this is a better one. I like this one a lot. Quarterback Todd Collins versus linebacker Todd Collins. Now, Todd Collins did not sack Todd Collins, though, like we saw with Josh Allen. How about baseball? The 2020 NLCS saw Dodgers catcher Will Smith hit a home run off Braves pitcher Will Smith. It's the first time in MLB history that goes back 700 years where a guy with the same name has hit one off.
700.
I'm sure everyone will remember the 1991 New York City Council election in which Jose Rivera ran against Jose Rivera. The 2012 San Clemente City Council, Bob Baker versus Bob Baker. And you know when this happens a lot? Russian politics. 2021 Russian Legislative Assembly, Boris Vishnevsky ran against 2 other Boris Vishnevsky. And there's theories that they were changing their name and altering their appearance to look like the incumbent Boris Vishnevsky. Russian politics gets real. That's much different than Jacksonville football. But I also do want to shout out Yale football head coach Tony Reno, who is married to a lovely lady named Tony Reno, and Madison Bumgarner, the San Francisco Giants pitcher, who allegedly, reportedly once dated a girl in high school named Madison Bumgarner, which is absolutely impossible, and yet he did it. Young love, Madison Bumgarner, Josh Allen, my game.
I'm a fan of Hunter Renfroe on the Red Sox. I love his work.
You like him?
Oh, he's a star player.
They got to get him together.
There's 2 Hunter Renfroes.
What are the odds?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, well, my game ball doesn't have that. It's only one Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Okay, that's right.
A Miami native, Louisville superstar. I'm going with Teddy Bridgewater. He went all the way to Dallas and kicked butt. all week they talked about how great the Cowboys offense was. On defense, they're getting all these picks. You know, Diggs is taking stuff to the crib, et cetera, et cetera. He didn't care about none of that. They traded their best player, Von Miller, to the Rams, and all he did is came to Dallas to the big star and became a bigger star, right, that night. And he put up some big numbers. He had 249 yards. He was 19 for 28, and he threw a touchdown, and he ran a touchdown. So I'm loving what I've seen out of Teddy Bridgewater. I think that this team can make some different moves and win some more games. They're now with 5-4. And in that division, it's really close. The Chiefs are not blowing them away. Chargers are not blowing them away.
They're a half game up.
They might make a difference. They might make a change.
AFC's wild.
Good job, Teddy Bridgewater.
Great job, Shady.
Nice, Shady.